I'll harp on the advantages, right? It's nice not to get out of your chair once you're operating, so I will say that that is a Advantage Aerial-51 on that. All right, guys, N8JRD out here at Highland Lake Recreation Area in Michigan. And a beautiful fall afternoon here, 50 degrees and sunny, and we have 3 wire antennas in front of us. And these wire antennas, I was inspired to make a little bit of a video here because I just bought the Spiderbeam. And I know I haven't seen much on the Spiderbeam Aerial-51, but this antenna is very interesting in its ability to give you a bunch of different bands when you're out doing POTA without the need for a tuner. So I brought a couple of competitors with you today. Not all of these are my antennas. I only have one of these, 2 of these so far, but I do have a couple to compare. So I wanted to walk you through a couple of these real quick. This is my original antenna over here, and this is the Sotabeams Bandhopper 2. It covers the 20-meter band, and it covers the 40-meter band, and I specifically bought it because I think 40 and 20 are the bread and butter POTA bands, of course, when you're out in the park. With that being said, this antenna costs you around $112 from DX Engineering, and it comes with everything that you see on the table. So the wire winders, the guy line, the actual mast mount here, the toroid, and the 30-foot feed cable. So this is a feed cable here. You are ready to go in the park. All you need is a PL259 adapter to connect it to your radio. This is capable of covering 100 watts of power, and it is a great all-around antenna if you're going to be operating POTA out in the park. We have next to it the Packtenna. Now this is a very popular antenna among folks. In fact, so popular that oftentimes you can't even order it from Sierra Wireless's website. But DX Engineering is carrying Packtenna now, and with that being said, this is a very light antenna. It is a small antenna. It packs very well if you're doing something where you're hiking and you don't actually want to carry a bunch of this extra weight with the wire winders. The Packtenna here, capable of 100 watts on sideband as well, but 50 watts on digital. Over here, we claim that we can do almost 100 watts on digital if we wanted to, but it does depend on the mode and how long your duty cycle is. The Packtenna actually has the option, however, for an extension. So this will cover 20 and 10 out of the box as an end-fed half wave. But if you want to go down to 40, which I think a lot of us in the POTA parks do, you can buy the Packtenna built-in extension. This is an extra $40 to add to this, making the kit a total of about $155, give or take. And this will give you 40, 20, and 10. No feed cable on this, so you bring your own. This is a BNC connector on the bottom, and you can drive 100 watts sideband for parks activating. And that brings us then to the story for today, which is the Spiderbeam Aerial-51. This antenna was discovered a while back here by a couple of the folks in our South Lyon area amateur radio club. This antenna is interesting in its ability to cover just a number of bands from 40 meter all the way down to 6 meter. And many of those bands that the Spiderbeam Aerial-51 covers don't require a tuner either. So no tuner, and again, no tuner. So if you're running an FT891 and you don't want to bring out the extra LDG tune box or the built-in Yaesu tune box, that's going to save you a bunch of weight in your pack. So Aerial-51 is what we're out here really to understand today. This antenna does make some compromises. It's an off-center fed dipole, and it does make some compromises in the way of SWR. So on some of the bands, SWR can reach a little over 2. On the 30-meter band, which this claims to cover, it's close to 6, and that will require a tuner, probably an external wide-range tuner, not just the 3-to-1 that's built into most of our medium-sized HF radios today. So this particular antenna is also going to cost around $145 shipped, so it compares very favorably to the Packtenna here, but this also weighs a little bit more than that Packtenna. You could tell this box is bigger. This thing weighs about 15 ounces, close to a pound, and it does not come with the wire winder, nor does it come with any of the guy lines that you need to get this set up properly. So you will have to bring a few things. We have an S-beaner attached to the top, makes it easy to connect to the mast, and then we have the wire antenna here on the winder. So we're going to set up all 3 of these today. Take a look closely at whether or not the Aerial-51 may be a killer option if you want to jump around on the bands on POTA. You want it to have like a little, obviously a little salt. That is much larger than I was expecting, and now I'm wishing I would have bought the mast. No. Does it have a little small side? We like that? Yeah, that's about what it looks like. Yeah, it's, okay. All right. What we have is the Spiderbeam 40-foot mast. This is a 10-meter mast, which the Aerial-51 does want the taller mast. So if you're using a 20-footer right now because it's more portable, you will have to consider looking for something a little bit taller to make this work optimally. Of course, antennas will work no matter how you set them up. The SWR plot may not look as nice as you want it to, however. With all that being said, this is a cool little piece. This does not come with the antenna, this little pink mount, no surprise there. But this is found on Thingiverse, and this is actually a mast mount that you can use generally for any type of wire antenna. So you can print this out if you have a 3D printer at home. We'll link this below in the video description if you're interested. You print it out, it slides over that top section, and that holds it nice and positive to the beam when you send it up. All right. So you can tell that this is a big antenna, the Spiderbeam Aerial-51 here. We have it set up now, and with this 10-meter mast, if you're used to setting up only a 20-footer, this is a big antenna to set up in the park. You do need more width as well, and keep that in mind, of course. A bigger spread here as we have it all set up. On the long end, this is our longer side of the off-center fed dipole over here. You can see we go out that direction. Then we have the shorter side coming off of the box up there down, and then there's additional guy line down to that side. You want to leave a little slack when you set these things up. Don't pull them super tight because these are going to move with the wind. It is a big antenna, and you'll see a little flexion, but that is to be expected. You'll also notice that 40 feet of line just gets you down to the bottom of the proper mast for this. So we're going to get this hooked up to the radio and see how it does, but it is definitely a larger Pota antenna if you want to get out in the field with it.
No problem. This is Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform.
All right, Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform. I got you now. You're also 5'7" and the US 3312, Roger.
Copy that, copy that. Good luck out there in your activation today in 73s.
I'm sorry, I read your park. You're 3312, right?
Roger, roger. That's the correct park for us, and we got your park down.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Hopefully the confusion is over. N4 DVR US 1535, QRZ.
Oh, 2 activators, always a little bit of a... I mean,
coming in booming.
Yeah, it does sound excellent, I'll tell you, on 40 meters. 40 meters has been working very well the last month, I mean, even, so I'm not necessarily surprised, but those are some really close calls that we're hearing. We heard one south of us in Ohio, and we heard one, if you're familiar with the state here, and I guess I got to hold it up on the right side, up here, that was where that park was, up in the thumb of Michigan. So a couple of close stations to start out here. What else do we have on the spawning page down on 40?
Down on 40, you have not much left.
Not much left, just a
Not
couple?
much left that you're going to probably be able to hear. Try 7181.
7181, okay.
We got UTX here in Ohio. Let's see if we can. Yeah.
Sierra Romeo.
Oh, yeah.
US 1956 calling. CQ Pota.
November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta, park to park.
All right, November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta. I got you in there, 5'9", Jim. What park are you playing in today?
We are in Park US 3312, Highland Lake State Recreation Area here in the middle of Metro Detroit, Michigan. And nice to hear you. You got a beautiful 5'9" signal into the park today. We're testing the new Aerial-51 wire antenna, so I appreciate the signal report. I do have a second op if you'll take him.
Absolutely, because I've got 2 more call signs for you as well, so
nice.
Let's go ahead with your second op.
This is Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform. You're 5'9" from the same park.
Roger, roger, I got you in there. Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform. You're also 5'9" into US 1956. Both operators, please also log our club call. Club call is Kilo 8 Bravo Sierra Romeo. That's Kilo 8 Bravo Sierra Romeo. QSL?
QSL. I can give you a club call right back. Whiskey 8 Echo Delta Hotel.
All right, we got Whiskey 8 Echo Delta Hotel in there as well. And I have one more op for you guys, so please stand by for Sandy.
Standing by.
Oh, it's Black
Hey
Swamp.
there,
Okay.
I have you both. So this is Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Tango X-Ray, and I have you 5'9" in US 1956 QSL.
QSL 5.9 from both ops here. You guys are coming in loud and clear, and always happy to work the black swap group.
Very good. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys sound great, like right next door. So what
Nice.
you're doing is awesome. Hey, thank you so much for the park to park. You just gave us three QSOs, and this is our first park of the day.
Nice.
That's a great start. Happy to help. Good luck out there. Stay safe. 7-3s.
Thank you so much. You too. 7-3. This is Kilo Echo.
Let's see what we got here.
So let's go to first one is 21291. Let's just test it out and see what it does.
21291.
We're, by the way, already at 7. Thanks to the joy of multi-ops.
Nice. 21291. Get up there. Oh, we're hearing something.
Special event station.
Oh, special event. Okay.
Is it a Canada station?
This is no tune right now.
Special event, 50 meter special event. Victor, Charlie 9, Charlie, Alpha,
Yep.
Foxtrot.
November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta.
November 8, Juliet, Romeo, Delta. You're 5-9 into our special event.
Okay, you're 5-9 back here in the park, and I appreciate you running the special event there today. I have another op for you.
Okay, go ahead with the second call sign, please.
Second call sign is Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform.
Okay, Kilo 8, Juliet, Kilo Uniform. Kilo 8, Juliet, Kilo Uniform. 5959.
QSL, thank you.
Thank you. Victor, Charlie 9, Charlie, Alpha, Foxtrot. Special event.
So we're on
Stuart Crawford.
Stuart Crawford.
Great first name, my middle name, Stuart.
Victor, Charlie 9, Charlie, Alpha.
Can't go wrong with that.
So again, this is a band that I didn't have access to with my other antenna. That's awesome. It sounds great. What I will tell you is that SWR didn't pop above 1.5 on transmit there at all. So that was without tuner.
You're in the rock. You're in the rock, man.
What do we
Chino,
get?
this might be Chino Hills. Let's see.
California?
Mhm.
Nice.
Kilo 6. I don't think you're really hearing.
Difficult copy. Very difficult copy. But Ron, I do have you in the log. You're in the log, my friend.
That might be him.
Might be.
7-3, buddy. Enjoy your activation. 7-3, 7-3.
I don't think so.
Oh, that might have been a call.
Kilo 6, Kilo Whiskey India, calling CQ, for Fox on the air.
November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta, park to park.
Juliet Romeo Delta, I think. And this is K6 KWI, use 1139.
Okay, correction on the call. It is November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta, QSL. Okay, park number US 3312. I have a second op.
Second op is Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform. Roger. You are also coming in strong to the park here.
5-5.
About a 5-5.
Roger, 55. I'll give you 55 back this way. And can you repeat that park number one more time, please?
No problem. Park number US 3312.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. 73s to you.
Worked them. Heard them and worked them. That's all you can ask for.
Great signal. And again, I believe that was well under the 1.5 SWR. We were watching the thing here closely. This is a pretty rough approximation. I would probably like to put it on the actual antenna analyzer at some point just to get an idea. But it looks great, and it's obviously getting out just fine. All right, so let's take a look. I'm connected now directly to the Aerial-51. I just want to get a kind of an idea of whether or not the charts that we're seeing in the documentation are pretty accurate. So I've got my rig expert hooked up here. We're going to look at the 40 meter band first, and I'm just curious what our scan looks like. So it looks like at the bottom end of 40 here, we're somewhere around 1.8. And we'll watch here the very, very shallow bowl. It's very flat across 40 meter. That's generally a pretty good thing when it comes to SWR. You don't really want that real deep V, especially when you want to wide bandwidth, right? So this will let us operate down in the CW region. It'll let us operate up at the very top of 40 meter. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Obviously, the Aerial-51 is making some compromises here, right? We're seeing somewhere right around 1.8, 1.9 on 40 meters. So yeah, it's totally transmittable, and with a little bit of tune, it'll go right to where you want it to be. So let's go up to, okay, so on the 20 meter band, we're gonna do another scan here, take another look, and we will see what we get. again, it's already starting to look very flat, a very similar shape as far as our SWR curve is considered. Just again, a very shallow bowl, flat across the band here. This one's a little higher, especially on the bottom end of the band. So if you're looking at the minimums here, my minimum is going to be around 2 SWR the way that we've got it set up. And remember, it's going to vary a little bit depending on what type of ground you're set up on and also how it's set up, you know, the V here. We've got it on what I consider to be an optimal mast. So I think we're giving it a very fair shake. A little high for my taste at 2, but again, very, very usable. And we just transmitted across to 20 meter without a tuner and it was working just fine. So I'm going to pop up here now to, let's go to 15 out of curiosity. And then we'll maybe do a 10 meter check real quick and then we'll call it. But these are just some good comparisons to run on these, keep our manufacturers honest about what they're telling us on these antennas. I think sometimes when you buy an antenna, the quoted SWRs can be a little optimistic. So we're up on 21 megahertz now, and let's take a look here. I'll tell you the shape again, and having used the Rig Expert for quite some time, you can kind of tell right out of the gate how the thing's behaving as it's scanning. Same shallow bowl, same description, I guess, of all the other ones, and we're hovering right at the SWR mark of 2 with a minimum somewhere around 21.236 megahertz. So there you go. That's another very transmittable band on it. These are the expected bands. Let's go to 18 megahertz just out of curiosity. This is going to be one of the stranger bands here for this particular antenna, right? Not a strange band, but one that's not as guaranteed as far as SWR. It's a little narrower band, of course. If you're a big 18 megahertz fan, I appreciate that. Let's get a scan here too, just out of curiosity. Yeah, and immediately the initial scan starts out right around the 3.1 SWR mark on the
Still not bad.
Rig Expert. No, I mean,
Very tunable.
I would expect that again even the narrowband tuners are going to catch this and probably be able to pull it into transmittable for you. It's nice to see that, right? We want to see somewhere 3 or below here, really, on these WARC bands, the add-on bands that we're getting. So very cool, the Aerial-51. We're going to pull this one down now. We're going to put some other ones up, give you guys some other looks at wire antennas you might want to take apart. All right, we're going to set up the Bandhopper for our second one here, and what we've got is just a acrylic laser cut plate. That's what they have this thing mounted to. This is the same wire that Sotabeams uses for all of it. This stuff is pretty tough stuff, actually probably a little tougher than the stuff that's on the Aerial-51, for example. On the back of this, you can see they've used some real nice rubber heat shrink, and then it's just fed directly into the coax. The toroid's actually mounted in line with the cable. It's really just a choke, since this is just a dipole. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy up here. And this is kind of tricky because this is James's mast, not mine, but we're just going to hook it on. We're going to run this down. This has 30 feet of wire attached, and so out both sides, these are going to be equal lengths, unlike the Aerial-51. This is not an off-center fed dipole. This is what they call a standard dipole or a link dipole because it does have 2 sections which allow us to work 20 or 40 interchangeably. I think you can get 10 too, but you make some compromises. Let's get this thing up in the air, and we'll see how it performs. The Bandhopper 4020. You can tell this one's got a little bit smaller footprint than our Aerial-51 already. Both ends here, less extension. That's just the nature of the setup here. What we have different too is the height of this particular mast is only going to be about 20 feet, 20 to 23 feet is the optimal height for the Bandhopper 4020 to be set up. And you can tell that because the wire that it comes with is a little bit shorter here. So we just omitted a couple of the extensions on the Spiderbeam mast that we used for the Aerial-51. So we've got it set up, I think, in the optimal configuration. Let's get it hooked up to the radio and see how it performs.
Switching.
November 3, Foxtrot Mike Charlie. Good afternoon, Jeff. Nice to work you on 40 meters this time. You are 5 and 9, 59 here in Kentucky.
How many miles away?
270 point. He's also a proud Hand 2K supporter.
Yeah, who is this one?
This is Alpha India 4, Bravo Juliet, QRZ.
November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta.
Bravo, India.
Station ending India, standby. Kilo Echo 4, Papa Tango Papa.
3 on top of us.
Good afternoon, Clyde. 5-9 in the park.
Doesn't seem to be punching as much as the Aerial was.
You think the Aerial on 40? The SWR indicates this should be better.
It does.
And the station ending in India coming in.
Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India.
That station is loud.
Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. Good afternoon, Larry in Hamilton. You're my second Hamilton station today. You're 5'9", nice signal.
Yeah, QSL, Mark, I just did a little antenna work there. I just finished it up. Just wanted to see how I was getting down that way. And by the way, you are 5'9", a little bit of red into Hamilton. Everything sounding okay down that way, just audio-wise?
Yeah, you got a great sounding signal down here in Kentucky.
Appreciate it, Mark. All right,
Yeah,
all the
he's
best.
right up there.
Did anybody give you the club call? Victor Echo 3, Hotel Oscar?
Hotel Papa Oscar.
Don't even need the filter, really. It's so clear on both of them.
A little bit of QR. If you want that too, that's the club call. Victor Echo 3, Oscar QSL.
Got it in the lodge. Thanks for
A little wind today.
thanks for hunting.
Okay, Mark, so it's reason why. Have fun and be safe down there, buddy.
Thanks a lot. This is Alpha India 4, Bravo Juliet. QSS.
November 8, Japan Radio Delta.
Park to Park standby. November 8th, Juliet Radio Delta. Good afternoon, Jim. 5'9" plus in the park.
Okay, we have you 5'9", and I actually have a park for you as well. It is Park US 3312 QSL.
Copy 3312. I appreciate the Park to Park and hope you have fun out there.
Yep, I have one more op for you sitting right next to me. Here he comes.
Second op is Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform. Same signal report, same park.
Okay, give that park number to me one more time, please.
No problem. Park is US 3312.
It must not be you. Use your polo.
Roger, got 3312. Got you both in the lodge. Thanks for hunting.
73, my friend.
Was there another
Okay,
park to
we
park?
let's switch to 20.
Go to 20. Okay, so to do that, this is where the Bandhopper doesn't make it quite as easy. We have to get up, we have to go unclip our linked dipole sections. Both sides need to be unclipped, and then we'll come back and we'll get you a little action on 20.
38.
I think that should give us enough access to reach up and unlink. And you just want to make sure you dead short them onto the plastic so they don't bump into each other. So I will say that that is a Advantage Aerial-51 on that. Okay, let's move up to 20 and see what that looks like. 337.
All right, I'm hearing things again. Sorry about that, folks. Seeky Pota.
November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta, Park to Park.
Charlie. Okay, a Hotel Mike in there somewhere. Come on back.
We just got smashed by 1,500 watts from the south.
We sure did. This is Utah, so the signal report kind of is good. Sound quality is good.
Yeah, let's look here.
Roger, friend. Thanks.
I mean, he's 5'7", 5'8" from Utah. That's pretty good.
Victor Echo 2, Oscar Papa Charlie. Kilo Charlie 3, come on back. Kilo Charlie 3, Hotel Papa Tango. Kilo Charlie 3, Hotel Papa Tango.
Turn the amp off.
Oklahoma.
Or the preamp.
Roger, thanks for ringing by, friend. You make number 59 for this activation. So if everybody's keeping count, 59. Seeky Pota.
November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta, Park to Park.
November 8, and I get the QRP next. November 8, come on back.
This is November 8, Japan Radio Delta, Park to Park.
Roger. November 8, Japan Radio Delta, Park to Park. I got you 5'9", friend.
Yep, you're 5'9" here in Park US 3312. I have a second op for you.
Roger. I'll take the second op. I believe I'm about ready for him. Come on back.
Second op is Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform.
I have Kilo 8 Juliet, and I messed up my typing. Come on back.
No problem. Ending in Kilo Uniform. K8JKU.
Okay, somebody's walking on you. I got Juliet something KU.
Yep, I think you got it right. Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform.
Typing.
Roger, Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform. I
Good
got you all
feeling.
5'9", friends. Hope you all have a great day down there.
73.
We're having a great day. Can't complain about the weather. 73.
73, friend. Okay.
So, just a couple of 40-meter contacts and a couple of 20-meter contacts. You know, I think bands are variable right now, and it's really hard to make those calls whether or not you think it's better or worse than the Aerial-51. I think we had an easier time, but you know, it's really hard with Pota to do this. What we would need to do really is to set up like a whisper test if we wanted to get like actual tangible data here. But it's a good to kind of feel out what the antennas can each do.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing that each operator is going to have a preference on the antennas that work for them to some degree. Your level of comfort with switching wires and unclipping and moving and doing all the different things and what you'll take on the field. However, I think both these antennas have performed well.
Yeah,
no complaints from my side. We're hitting the West Coast from Michigan, Oregon, California on both antennas pretty comfortably, so I'll take it.
Yeah, the Bandhopper here, I have well over 3,000 Qs on this particular antenna already. I've got a couple of kilos on this antenna, so I know it does work. It has been a very reliable antenna for me, and I'll tell you, because it's a bit smaller package as far as its footprint, you can set it up in more confined park spaces, and that can be a big thing that you have to keep in mind. We're in a huge open field overlooking this beautiful lake this afternoon, but if you're in a place where there's a lot of tree cover rather encroaching on your setup, a smaller antenna footprint can make a big difference in being able to activate. Yeah. All right, James, let's set up the last one here today and see how that one sounds. We'll do some end-fed halfway.
We got to decide, though, if we're going to go the ultimate sloper on a 40-meter mast or if we're going to do an inverted V, so we'll let you know what we decide.
All right, we have the third and final antenna of the day set up out here at the recreation area, and it is the Packtenna end-fed half-wave. This guy is a beast to set up. So we're in a massive sloper configuration here with this end-fed. You can see that we have the feed point set low on here. It's only about 2 feet off of the ground, and then we're sending it up with the 40-meter extension attached to it. And that is the optional 40-meter extension that makes this about $150 antenna to the top of our 10-meter mast, so almost up 40 feet with maybe 37 feet. But this is set up with a 35-foot section of ABR coax cable. This is James's coax. It's a really nice coax, and it is pre-choked. That shouldn't make any difference here for our readings. And I'll tell you that I just checked 40 and 20, and 40 looked excellent. It was very nice across the band there. And then I'm looking at 20, and 20 is a bit interesting. It drops down, and it's kind of tough to read here because we're right in the sun, but it drops down all the way to 1.23 SWR as you get to the very top of the 20-meter band. And so this is a pretty good setup here for, I think, of the two bands that we've spent most of our day playing with and testing for you guys. I'm going to run this 40-meter test one more time for you. Yeah, it gets well down below 1.5 across all of 40. So if you're looking for another antenna that's going to give you quite a bit of access to a large swath of all the bands, this Packtenna is going to do it for you. Since we have the 40-meter extension on here, this will cover 40, 20, and 10. If you buy the pre-built 2010 model, obviously, you can either extend it with your own piece of wire or you can spend for the kit. But let's get this thing hooked up to the radio, see how the end-fed goes on our mission today to hunt a little Pota.
Negative Alpha Echo Papa, Kilo 8 Alpha Echo Papa.
Kilo 8 Alpha Echo Papa. Kilo 8 Alpha Echo Papa. Please copy the 5-9 here into US 3312 and stand by for second up.
Kilo 8 Alpha Echo Papa. This is November 8 Juliet Romeo Delta. You are 5-9 here in the park.
Thanks to both for the 5-9. We're also 5-9 in West Virginia. And I've got your call signs as November 8 Juliet Romeo Delta, Kilo 8 Juliet Kilo Uniform, and you guys are in US 3312. US 3312 Michigan.
QSL. Yep, you have all of them correct, and thank you for taking some time to call us today. Have a great afternoon, okay?
You're welcome. 7-3. Are you guys going to be doing any more parks today?
Nope, just this park today. We had to get out and test a new antenna, so we're doing that right now.
Well, the antenna sounds like it's doing good for you. 7-3, then I'll hope to catch you again in the log.
There you go. Kilo 8 Alpha Echo Papa loves the end-fed.
Hey, thank you for hunting 73. This is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Uniform Romeo Charlie. CQ Parks on the air.
November 8 Juliet Romeo Delta, park to park.
Oscar Charlie. The Victor Oscar Charlie, please come back. Whiskey Alpha 4, Victor Oscar Charlie. Whiskey Alpha 4, Victor Oscar Charlie
20
Jim.
20
You are a
looks really nice on the
5959
scope,
in the
I'll be honest
US
with you. And a couple of
0710
these signals,
and
they sound real nice and
9757
clear, so
QSL. QSL, got
happy with
59.
that.
You're also
And Fed
59
half-wave
into
stuff.
Kilo Yankee. Right on. Thank you for the
It always
Kentucky,
works.
and
It
thank
always
you for
works.
hunting
100 watts in a
73,
wire. You can't go
73.
wrong.
CQ Parks on the air.
This is November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta.
The station was ending in Echo Yankee.
You really dangle the carrot? Dangle the carrot. Yeah, I tried the first time. I thought it was going to get it, and then I was like, I don't know.
Thank you, Mark. I have you a 5757 in the US 0710 and 9757 QSL. QSL, thanks for setting us in the park. Thank you for hunting me. 73. CQ Parks on the air.
Park to park. This is November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta.
There was a park to park in there.
Park to park. November 8, Juliet Romeo Delta, US 3312.
Right on, Jim. I have you a 59 in the US 0710 and 9757.
Copy both parks, and you are also a 5.9. Just a beautiful signal, very clear today into US 3312. I have a second operator for you if you're ready.
Yeah, come with the second operator.
Second operator is Kilo 8, Juliet, Kilo, Uniform. You're 5.9 into the park.
Kilo 8, Juliet, Kilo Uniform. Same to you into US 0710 and 9757.
Yep, you're coming in loud and clear. Good luck out there, 73.
Hey, thanks for hunting. 73. CQ Parks on the air.
Cool.
Missouri.
Yeah.
From Detroit? Not too bad.
Not bad. We had people calling from all over on our activation, so really had a nice spread on 40 meter today. And to be honest with you, 40 meter performed exceptionally well. 20 meter performs exceptionally well. And this, remember, is the Packtenna with that 40 meter extension on it. Adds a little bit of price, but it definitely makes it a big antenna to set up. We're set up in the sloper configuration, so all the way up on that 40.
The ultimate sloper configuration. 40 meters of sloper.
10 meters of sloper, 40 feet of sloper.
Yeah.
And this thing is a beast. It's a big antenna to set up, but it can't go wrong with an end-fed half-wave, right? The Packtenna does work. No surprise here at all. Most of us at home, where we're limited on antenna setups, are running an end-fed and have excellent luck. So it doesn't surprise me at all that the Packtenna kills. It is a pricey antenna, but it is a very packable antenna, and for that reason, I think it makes a lot of sense in Pota kits, in Sota kits, and otherwise. So, James?
I will say this about the Packtenna. It is a more pricey end-fed. We've talked before that you can always build any of the antennas we're showing. With enough willpower and just watching YouTube, you can build any of these antennas on your own. Absolutely. However, the Packtenna loves supporting another local, another ham and their business. It's well built. It's very repairable, which I enjoy.
That's nice.
They're not closed source on where they get their components from, which is also nice. So if you want to build your own extension, you can. So Packtenna is definitely an organization to love and provide a little support to. I will say my still go-to antenna is the end-fed half-wave.
Is it? Okay.
I love the Packtenna for the versatility. End-feds you can put in inverted V's, slopers, all sorts of different configurations. So from a space perspective, when you're in a park, you can really conform to the space versus the antenna having to work around the space.
Yeah, it's maximum flexibility, right? Like you just said, there's so many ways you can set it up. You could send it up as a vertical if you had enough vertical height, right? Yep. You could set it up horizontally. You could set it up as a V, and you can set it up in the big slope that we have. Compare that to some of those other antennas that we've looked at today, and really that's what this whole video was about, is to explore those different Pota antennas. I think that the end-fed, you can't beat an end-fed as far as that's concerned. This is an expensive one, certainly, but this is an end-fed that works, and it's a very nice turnkey solution. So I wanted to take you out here today with James and show you the Aerial-51. The Aerial-51 is a really cool antenna, and I don't think I've heard very many folks talking about the Aerial-51. And one of the reasons that we love it is it's really, really quick to move between those bands, much like the end-fed. You have the flexibility to start at 40 and work your way all the way down to 6 meter. Even with a narrow band tuner, you get a lot of access without having to get out of your chair after you get it set up. So it's a really neat antenna. The antenna itself, of course, costs a little more as well, close to $150 for the Aerial-51. And it also has that larger footprint we talked about today. When you saw it set up, it is a big antenna to set up. And so if you're in a confined space, the Aerial-51 can be a difficult one to set up. But if you have the room, it's a heck of a big antenna, and it's a really flexible antenna to operate a weekend with. I can tell you also, this is one of our favorite antennas to operate at field day here in the South Lyon Area Amateur Radio Club. And so Let us know down below if you've used the Aerial-51. What do you think of it? What have you liked about it? What have you found that is a little bit of a limitation? And if you're looking at any one of those other 3 antennas that we've talked about today, let us know down below as well. Do you have one that you like? I'm going to keep using my Bandhopper, James. It's one that fits in a small spot. It operates on a 20-foot mast without trouble, so you can use the Pota Explorer. Nice, tiny little mast.
I mean, it's made for SOTA. It's made for the versatility of being on a mountain, so
I mean,
can't go wrong.
It has that advantage, right? So I'm going to keep using my Bandhopper, but I love that I added the Aerial-51 to the kit. I think this is a really cool antenna, and if you have a little extra money, you want to explore some other flexible options for operating in the field, I think the Aerial-51 makes a whole lot of sense. Where do you get it? It's at Vibraplex. Vibraplex is the only place in the United States where you can order it right now. It is a Spiderbeam product, but Spiderbeam licensed it through the Aerial-51 antenna manufacturer. There's a bunch of great documentation, including the SWR curves and plots that we talked about today. But hey, we replicated a lot of what we saw in that doc. I'm excited about the antenna. I hope you guys enjoyed this one out here at Highland Lake Recreation on a beautiful fall afternoon here in Michigan.
Can't beat it.
Thanks for joining me, James. 73s to you guys. We'll catch you on the next one here. With
73, everyone. Enjoy your fall.
Bye-bye.